We are your back to school authority, and as towns and cities start to put out their plans to get kids back to school, we want to present them to you. I'm here with Dr. Patricia Cosentino. She is the superintendent of New Fairfield Public Schools. Thank you so much for being with us, Doctor.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to share what's going on in New Fairfield Public Schools.
You guys are going back in full, like everybody. No hybrid plan. You could stay home if you want to, but everybody's allowed to go back Monday through Friday?
Yes, we start on September 2nd, and K-12 will have 3 half days. So in the afternoon, we can work with our staff to really reflect on what worked, what didn't work, what we have to tweak as far as safety and health protocols and Zooming at home with the kids on remote learning. But yes, September 2nd is the first day. September 8th, everybody's back full time.
How'd you do that with social distancing?
I have to tell you that it's a team effort. We worked very closely with the administrative team and the teachers union, and we have in our schools different teaching assignments. So we have people who are literacy coaches, math coaches, interventionists, talented and gifted teachers. We were able to take all of those teachers and for 1 year reassign them so that they became classroom teachers in their certified area. So we were able to add 19 classroom teachers to our organization. So it kind of almost added 1 or 2 new classrooms to each grade, which allowed us to reduce our class size by anywhere from like 22 to maybe 16 kids. And in kindergarten, we have 12 students per class. So that's allowing us now to really give intense instruction to students, to develop relationships with kids, and to be prepared if we do go out on a hybrid or on full remote, to know that our classroom teachers have a handle on small group of kids and we're continually moving them along and keeping in touch with them.
Speaking of remote learning, as a parent, we all know it was a little frustrating in the spring. It was more of a, we got to do this, so a lot of schools just punted. It's not the same in the fall. Remote learning, at least in your town, is going to be very different and more thorough.
Exactly. We now have a planful program. The spring was a crisis, and we did the best we could. And I'm very proud of our staff. They literally went from teaching in person to remote learning over the weekend, and they did a great job. We didn't hold kids accountable like we needed to because we didn't know the state of families. Were kids dealing with a loss of a family member, parents who had lost jobs? There was just so much going on that we didn't want to be a burden. Now it's a planful program. It's a program that every day counts as a school day. Kids who decide to be on remote learning are going to be hooked up to a class. The teachers are going to have a computer in the front of the room, and they're going to Zoom with those children who are home. So when she's teaching a math lesson, those kids at home are going to be part of the lesson, just as if they were in the classroom, except they are home. So no longer can kids sleep till 1, 2 o'clock and say, I'll do my schoolwork later. You know, high school starts at 7:20. You need to be in front of that computer at 7:20 if that's your decision that you make.
Okay.
We're also using, I have to say, you know, the state has done a really nice job with giving a lot of different strategies and programming on their Learning Hub. So we're going to introduce our parents and our students to that. So it's extracurricular, it's enrichment, it's remediation. It helps during those lull times. We do not expect kids to stay on a computer for 7 hours a day.
Dr. Patricia Cosentino, we are out of time, but I want to thank you for letting everyone at home know, and I know they can find out even more micro information about your plan online, but we thank you for being with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.